Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the following news, hope you and your friends follow along. The publicly funded love of the top couple, the highlight moment of 3 years of cooperation. Title, The Hidden Formula of Passion. From the football field to a film set, it might seem absurd to compare a last-minute defensive sprint on a football pitch with a warm takeout meal arriving on time at a film set in Hangdian. But dig deeper, and a startling connection emerges, one stitched together by the invisible thread of obsession with detail, precision, and a kind of love that lives in the small things. Picture this: a defender runs 3 extra meters, not because he has to, but because he must. Somewhere far away, a delivery person times the arrival of lunch to the second, so an actress won't eat cold noodles after a long emotional scene. Both are acts of care. Both are fueled by an emotional calculus that goes beyond logic. While football analysts rewind footage in slow motion to study the opponent's sprint patterns, a crew member presses their stopwatch, calculating the huge retention of a food container. It's not just professionalism, it's a fierce, tender form of dedication. In the worlds of elite sport and on-screen romance, greatness often hides in the unnoticed. The sweat-soaked jersey. The warm lunchbox. These aren't just details, they're declarations. Of love. Of pride. Of the belief that the smallest things matter most. So next time you watch a game-winning tackle or a heart-wrenching close-up, remember, someone, somewhere, ran 3 extra meters. Someone else counted the minutes for a meal to stay warm. And in those quiet acts, the loudest kind of passion lives. Title: 58 degrees Celsius of devotion. The science behind Yulong's remote love offensive. For 37 consecutive days during the filming of Yang Mie's latest drama, actor Yulong orchestrated a long-distance culinary campaign. Every single meal he sent arrived at exactly 58 degrees Celsius, no more, no less. But behind that seemingly arbitrary number lies a strategy as intricate as any play scribbled on a basketball coach's whiteboard. Think it's just takeout? Think again. Yulong's calculations included the tilt angle of the insulated box during transport, the number of traffic lights on the delivery route, and even the average margin of error in the crew's scheduled meal breaks. Each variable meticulously fed into an emotional algorithm where precision equaled care and the timing? Surgical. Like a marathon runner mapping out hydration points, Yulong timed delivery so perfectly that the food would reach optimal warmth precisely 3 minutes after Yang Mie removed her makeup, when her pores were most relaxed and receptive to comfort. This wasn't just a romantic gesture, it was logistics meeting love, data meeting devotion. A masterclass in modern affection, where temperature isn't just physics, it's feeling. In an age of instant messages and fleeting connections, Yulong's 58 degrees Celsius operation reminds us that sometimes the boldest declarations are served in silence, sealed in thermos bags, and warmed not just by science but by the heart. Are we witnessing romance, or are we watching the rise of emotional engineering? Either way, 58 degrees has never felt so hot. Title: Microscopic Sync, the love hidden in chair slots and muscle memory. It wasn't a kiss, a handhold, or a viral confession that stirred fans into a frenzy, but a folding chair in separate film sets miles apart. Fans spotted Yang Mie and Yulong using identical collapsible chairs. Nothing extraordinary until you noticed the chair back recline slot. Both were adjusted to the exact 5th notch. Coincidence? Maybe once. But for this pair, it's the 5th notch that unlocked something far deeper. Their lives, after 3 years of on-screen and off-screen collaboration, seem to move in tandem like a championship-level mixed doubles badminton team whose rhythm has fused into one. What appears mundane to the untrained eye becomes, under the fanbase's microscope, a revelation of synchronized habits born of deep familiarity. In one live stream, Yang Mie casually twisted the lid off a thermos. In another corner of the country, Yulong adjusted a film prop. The angles matched. So did their wrists. And in a matter of hours, eagle-eyed superfans had compiled 23 overlapping points of muscle memory, a mirror image stitched across time zones and genres. This isn't just chemistry. It's choreography. When affection seeps into the unconscious, into folding chairs, wrist flicks, and reflexes, you stop asking if it's real. You start asking how long it's been real, because in a world obsessed with spectacle, these two are writing a love story in the tiniest, quietest frames, and somehow, it's the loudest thing of all. Title: The Worn-Out Love Code. 287 hugs and a scratch pattern only one person could leave. It's not the sparkle of the necklace that tells the story, it's the wear on the lock. For 3 years, Yang Mie has worn the same piece lock pendant close to her heart. But beneath its quiet presence lies a hidden archive of intimacy. A jeweler, peering through a magnifying glass, recently uncovered a pattern. The scratch marks on the surface formed at a precise angle, perfectly matching the natural arc of Yulong's fingernail, his habitual gesture when adjusting the chain on her neck. But it goes deeper still. The lock core, worn down in specific grooves, maps out the pressure points from 287 embraces. Each hug a small earthquake left its trace, like time-stamped whispers pressed into metal. These aren't just signs of closeness. They are a physical memory bank, a love engraved not with diamonds, but with friction, weight, and presence. It's the same kind of history a ping-pong paddle carries after years of explosive rallies, the rubber worn smooth where the force of every smash once landed. This necklace, too, has its battle scars, each one a testament to how real love isn't loud. It leaves marks only visible under magnification, or maybe just to the one who knows how to look. What remains is a silent relic of touch, habit, and heart. A lock, not for security, but for remembrance, and in those grooves, more than metal has been shaped. An entire relationship has been etched into being. Title: Scripted lines, real emotions, when acting becomes muscle memory of the heart. In Sweet Marriage X99, the proposal scene drew millions of swoons, but behind the on-screen perfection lies a far stranger truth. Dialogue coach notes later revealed that Yang Mie's personal future plans overlapped with the proposal script at 17 distinct emotional pulse points. Coincidence? Maybe. But the kind that feels a little too tailored to ignore. This blurring of fiction and life echoes the instincts of a footballer pulling off a dazzling movement match. Not luck, but the muscle memory of 1,000 silent drills. It's performance, yes, but one shaped by repetition, chemistry, and something dangerously close to fate. Netizens went further, dissecting footage frame by frame. Their verdict? When Yulong delivered his lines, the tremble of his left pinky matched beat for beat the rhythm he once used to dab sweat off Yang Mie's forehead in their very first behind-the-scenes clip 3 years ago. Was it acting, or was his body remembering? Amid rising rumors of a public-funded romance, a surprising counter-argument surfaced from the clapperboard. Over 3 years, their collaborations made up just 23% of each other's total projects, yet those rare moments generated a staggering 78% of their most viral, most emotionally potent scenes. That's not coincidence. That's synergy. One lighting tech quietly observed, when filming apart, their emotional presence actually surged by 12%, as if the distance sharpened their connection, like ping-pong rivals whose fiercest spins come when divided by the net. What we're watching isn't just a love story. It's a kind of sport. Precision. Timing. Echo. And in every flickering scene, a question lingers: where does the script end and where do they begin? Title: Love in the Details, the high-performance romance you never noticed when an esports player obsesses over a 0.01 second delay in keystrokes. No one blinks. It's high performance. But somewhere in a quiet props box in Hangdian, Yulong stores 12 different models of heat packs, each calibrated to specific recovery phases: menstrual cramps, post-fight scene soreness, stress fatigue. Each pack is a quiet equation of care. Even the set medics reportedly conceded this level of customization outclasses our clinic. It's love, engineered like an F1 pit stop. Viewers only see the race. The magic? It's in the repair zone. Then came the shoes. A pair of sneakers caught by a fan sight lens ordinary, until you flip them over. The sole patterns tell a story of 2 cities. The right shoe, worn thin from pacing the stone roads on the east side of Hangdian World Studios. The left, mapped by footfalls on a famed food street in Huangzhou. They were filming apart. Yet somehow, their shoes had been traveling the same love story etched in rubber, in silence. Experts in sports medicine weighed in. That level of asymmetric wear? Only possible through a consistent, Deliberate walking rhythm like the unspoken balance of a pair's figure skating lift. Precision in sync, even from afar. So while the internet still debates whether real love exists in showbiz, the real fans already know. They've read the love letters written in condensation rings on thermos lids. They've traced fingertip tremors and side glances like codes waiting to be cracked. Maybe your phone's gallery holds something like this too, a basketball player's warm-up ritual, untouched for a decade. A celebrity couple's matching wristbands from 2019. Quiet proof. Subtle loyalty. Emotional physics, and maybe, just maybe, that's where the truest kind of love lives, not in grand gestures, but in the flawless mechanics of daily devotion.